What's going on, you guys? So I was browsing through Matrix Games website and I discovered this, which came out a couple days ago here. So, Decisive Campaigns, Ardennes Offensive, the fourth war game in the Decisive Campaign series, will be released on November 18th. There's a release date and it's 16 days away. That's sick. Okay, awesome. Oh, man. While we perfect the last details of the game, we want to share with you a couple of technical videos which we hope will help you have the best gaming experience with Decisive Campaign's latest DLC. Decisive Campaign's Ardennes Offensive is a real classic hex and counter wargame at its core, where the main unit maneuver is the battalion. The Ardennes setting and the scale both have huge implications when it comes to rules, so make sure to check out this first video to know more about it. Let's take a look at this. I can't wait. All right. Before we start any video, of course, you gotta. It only goes up to 1080p. I got a 5K monitor here. All right.
Decisive Campaign's Ardennes Offensive is the fourth war game in the Decisive Campaign series. Compared to the previous iterations of the franchise, Ardennes features a significantly lower scale, which allows for even more realism and a greater level of detail, truly bringing operational wargaming to life. Decisive Campaign's Ardennes Offensive is a real, classic hex and counter wargame at its core.
Wow. Look how big that mini-map is on the top left.
The Ardennes setting and the scale both have huge implications when it comes to rules. The rule set is designed to stay true to the series, but also to bring gameplay improvements to fit the tactical scale. New rules are introduced, such as line of sight, intercept fire, traffic jams, and Kampfgruppen. You can play the whole Ardennes campaign on a 1 kilometer per hex map, with battalion-sized units at your command. Each day is divided into 4 turns, including a night turn. The game comes with 2 huge, full campaign scenarios, lasting over 16 days, and a dozen smaller scenarios, focusing on several days of combat on specific parts of the front. The need for abstraction, necessary in higher scale simulations, is now significantly reduced. Troops are now modeled per squad and per single vehicle or gun. When inspecting the map, you can almost make out every single house. Small villages and hamlets are now visible, as well as height levels. The map is bristling with details. This includes 6 different ground states, 3 of which are purely for aesthetics. Weather is more detailed than ever before, with 5 different weather conditions for day turns and 3 ones for night turns.
Wow.
The game has 10 different landscape types, affecting movement and recon. Ardennes Offensive feels both familiar and fresh at the same time. The new scale and mechanics add a strong tactical dimension to the game, making it by far the most immersive title of the series.
Wow. Whoa. Okay. So this definitely does not feel like something small. Like like over here it says something like it's a Decisive Campaign's latest DLC. This feels like massive, you know. This game is just I tell you, I can't wait to get my hands on this game. I wonder how much it's gonna retail for. They just have it coming soon here. I wish there was a price. But yeah, so there's basically 4 turns, right? That's what I was saying. Full campaign scenarios lasting over 16 days. All right, cool. So we're going to play on the front lines of St. Vith and Bastogne, 1 kilometer hex map. I really like this new mechanics that they're adding in. So intercept fire, recon is much more important here, as they say, more than ever. Hexes are no longer owned. Ooh. Enemy troops can infiltrate your lines without you noticing. Oh, that is cool. Like that the supply system has been overhauled. Actually, I've never had problems with it before, but hey, you know, if it's improved, it's improved. I like it. Intercept fire makes advancing open terrain a hazardous affair, but also brings dynamism to the game with enemy units acting while you are moving yours. There's a march mode. There's a combat mode. I like that there's a probe attack and an all-out attack. I'm definitely going to be using that a lot. But one real cool thing that I did an interview with them on, what do you call it? Developer Dialogue. So if you have a podcast app, just type in Developer Dialogue, it pops up. One thing that I asked them, which I think is really cool, is like, let's say I know there's a whole bunch of enemies here, right? Like, let's say there's fog of war and I can't see the enemy here, right? But I know they're there, right? Like maybe I have some scouts here and I see the beginnings of a massive column and I have artillery here, right? I know they're going to be on this road. I could actually fire artillery into the road, right? Believing that their troops are there without actually seeing them, and it will actually fire. It won't actually tell me how many soldiers were killed or anything like that, but the enemy will suffer those losses. I love that. When they told me that on the interview, I was like, oh wow, that's pretty sick. So I could shoot wherever I want, based upon my own my best guess of where the enemy is, and actually inflict losses on them even before I can get to see them. I love that. So this for me is a must buy. Like, I've been following this game, and I can't wait. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Honestly, guys, AI has been reworked a lot. All right, easy to use editors. That's going to add a lot of longevity to the game. So that's awesome. It is possible to create Kampfgruppens, scrapped equipment, truck units to transport other units. That's good. All right, guys. My bet is it's probably going to come out on matrixgames.com first, and then down the road probably Steam. But the cool thing that Matrix does is the fact that if you buy it on Matrix Games, right, when the game comes out on Steam, they'll give you a Steam code, so you can just get it there. In fact, one real cool thing, I was going to make a separate video about this, but why not just add it in here? There's a Steam release of War in the East 2. Now, again, I have this game on Matrix Games. I'm just going to ask for the Steam code and have it on my Steam catalog. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love this publisher. All right, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Catch you next one. See you then.